last night. A vision. I saw a world full of people. Everybody was dancing and screaming loud. They were just there to listen to the music. It was deep. It was underground. Let's turn the world into a dance floor.
Are you guys ready for a state of trance? Put your hands in the air, come on!
This is a State of Trance podcast.
Hey, what's up? My name is Ruben Ron. Welcome to a brand new A State of Trance podcast with a guest this week, once again, because we had him here exactly 13 weeks ago. So we won't go into a lot of details, but we have something special to talk about. Dennis Sheperd, welcome.
Hi, how are you doing?
How are you doing, man?
Yeah, good. And you?
What has happened in the last 13 weeks?
Oh, I actually, ADE happened. I went to Bali to kind of escape the European winter.
Sounds horrible.
Sounds very horrible.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of preparation for my album, of course, some promotions.
I was about to say, because you're forgetting a very essential thing, because
Yes,
last
exactly.
week it saw the release of this beauty, Onwards, Upwards,
Exactly.
your brand new studio album. This is your fourth album?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
So, of course, the follow-up to a tribute to Live, and then you have Fight Your Fears, and of course
Wow,
you were here also in the studio for Find the Sunrise.
Yes, wow.
And that was
Bravo.
2021. So here you go. So 1 year after the Find Your Sunrise, Find the Sunrise album, it only took you 1 year to make a new album.
Yeah.
Please explain to me, how do you do this magic?
I know, we already dived into it last time,
Yeah.
right? So it's just like I have these creative, phases where I just produce super quick and just a lot of music. And I loved how the whole album thing went with Find the Sunrise. So I felt super inspired. And sometimes it takes me just one afternoon to do a track. So if the creative juices flow, is just super quick to do an album for me. So yeah.
My mind is blown just by the fact that you say it only takes me 1 afternoon to create a tune. What am I doing wrong? Teach me, Dennis. No. So how is this album Onwards Upwards? How is it different from the previous albums that you produced?
Yeah, so style-wise, I've just changed a lot, I think, in comparison to the last album and then also to the other albums. Like, it was kind of a journey over the years where I became more and more progressive again. I'm saying again because that's actually how I started. So my first few releases were really progressive, and then I went a little bit into the more trancey sound, and now I'm basically going back to the roots. And it's always, life is changing, and everything progresses, and so do I as a person, but also, my music. So that's why the album title, Onwards and Upwards. You always, look forward, not backward, and you always improve and progress, and you just go with life, basically. Yeah.
Very, very philosophical, but very, very nice. Because you're true. It's about growing up, I guess. And
for sure.
the guest mix that you played on the show was 10 tracks out of 14. I still don't know how you did it. So good job with that.
Thank you.
And you really took us on a journey, because the album is, to be honest, it's progressive, but it's still very diverse.
Yeah, for sure.
What can you tell us about the songwriting part of everything? Because you have a lot of vocal tracks on this.
Yeah. I mean, the songwriting, it's always different, right? So I don't have like one formula that works for every track. So sometimes I sit in the studio with a singer, and then I basically both write the song together. Sometimes it's, I send an instrumental to a singer, and they come up with something, and I give maybe feedback, and then we bounce ideas back and forth. Sometimes it's also that I find an a cappella that I really love, and then I actually create the music around the vocal. So that's also really nice, because then you can really make the music fit so well to the lyrics and what the vocalist tries to say, And it's always different.
What do you prefer? Because, like, running down real quick, so either you have a session with someone, or you send an instrumental to someone writes on it, or someone sends you an a cappella and you write the music to it.
To be honest, in a perfect world, I would always sit with a singer in the studio and songwrite with them, because, I mean, it's just a whole different level. Like, you bring so much more of your soul into the music than actually doing it over the internet. And also sometimes, describing something, small changes, whatever, it can take you a while to really find the right words, whatever. But if you sit with someone in the studio, oh no, sing this a little different, maybe, rhythmical changes here and there. And like, it's so much more easy so much easier to do it while you're next to the person.
If you have a good click with the person.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's a given. I mean, otherwise, yeah, it won't work to write the song together.
Just a sidestep. Did you ever have awkward studio sessions?
Actually, no. Like,
Okay.
no. I usually only do studio sessions with people I already feel very comfortable with. So
Okay.
it's not like, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, because when you sit down in the studio with a singer songwriter and a vocalist, sometimes you're with a group of people just sitting together. There's always this little bit of magic going on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So instead of you sitting in your pajama behind your computer, bouncing something, and sending it up and down,
Yeah.
there's always something magical about studio session. But also, it's also nice when you get up in the morning, you open your email, and there's a song in there waiting for you. It's
my
like a
God.
little opening a
I love
little Christmas present.
Exactly, 100%. Yeah. But what I also
Or
love
disappointment.
about true, very true. No, what I also love about studio sessions is you really put yourself into a certain specific moment or thought or memory or whatever, and it's really nice to when all the involved people are in the same moment with you, and you kind of come up with lines, and you bounce ideas on and off, and it's just so nice. Like I just love it. So that would be my favorite way of songwriting. For
Do
sure.
you think you also could be like a writer, like a singer-songwriter?
Maybe yes, but for that I would need to be able to sing properly. So
No,
to
because you
show
can also,
some people
Well,
how I mean it. Like
there's a lot of people. You're a good producer, so you can salvage everything.
Yeah, true. No, I've actually written, on Find the Sunrise, I've co-written a lot of the songs. So When Our Worlds Collide, I said it also back then on ASOT, like most of it is written by me. So I wrote it on a flight actually from Malaga to Berlin. I had like a reference vocal from Splice, and then I changed the lyrics completely and worked with Sarah Russell on that. So that was also really nice. So I was basically the songwriter there, and she was just the vocalist. Yeah. So,
And it worked out. And
Yeah,
she
it
just
worked really-
she executed
really
it perfectly with what you had in mind.
absolutely. She brought in a few ideas in the end as well, but like it worked so well. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's something from the past. Now we're going to talk about Onwards and Upwards. You already explained the track, the album title.
Yeah.
A lot of collaborations on there. Let's highlight like Brendan Lee, Diana Miro, Justin. Some producers.
Yeah.
Some vocalists. Do you prefer working with someone on a track rather than working on something by yourself?
Both can be nice. Like I don't really have a preference, but it can be really nice when someone has a really nice musical idea, and then I get immediate inspiration, and then it's just like, and you kind of done with the track again in one afternoon.
Never
Like
had that experience. But
Brandon Lee, for example, he's a student of mine, and he came up with this musical idea of Intouchable. Actually, that's how you pronounce the title, and I was so inspired. I asked him to send me the stems, and then next day I sent him the finished track, and he was like, "What the actual hell?"
Yeah.
He
Like,
was
what's
blown
going
away.
on, guys?
Yeah.
That's nice, though. Now I understand why you can create an album in a year. If you,
Yeah.
in the meantime, you have 14 tracks, so that's 2 weeks of work. No, just kidding. Just kidding. So now this album is done. The year is almost done as well. What can we expect of you in 2023?
Oh, there's. I almost have all the music ready already.
Oh,
for
no.
next year. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is with me. So a lot of vocal stuff again, like very new, exciting collaborations. And like I will also actually go a little bit back into the past and do maybe some remakes of older tracks of mine, which will be very exciting for me. So yeah, like just a lot of new music and. I guess that's about it.
Yeah, and there's one thing I want to address as well. You're a big crypto enthusiast.
Yeah, that's true.
Still, even though it's a bear market,
Yeah, very true.
there are still a lot of exciting things going on. Even named one of the tracks on your album, number 5, Crypto Verse. Tell us a little bit what you do for your community as an NFT holder of Dennis Sheperd.
Yeah, so I have an NFT called Inner Circle, and you can get it on OpenSea. That's like a online marketplace to buy NFTs. You buy it actually with Ethereum, so that's the currency you use to buy it. And The NFT inner circle holders, they actually get like super nice benefits. So I have like a private Telegram channel where I update them, but things like, background stuff about the album, for example. And they get also discount codes and like maybe in the future I will do like private events and stuff with them. So they're really my inner circle, and sometimes I even ask them, okay, would you prefer, me working with that singer or this singer, And so they have also a bit of an influence on my career in a way. And you can get that on OpenSea. So that idea started this year in January. I released the NFT, and I think started developing the NFT December last year. And the actual design was created by the same guy who did the design of my album. So that's Atostrial.
Yeah,
I found him-
ATOSTRIAL.
Yeah. So
Beautiful artwork.
I found him on Instagram, and this design is so crypto.
The camera go there.
Yeah. like NFT crypto inspired, and like I just love it. It's a bit like futuristic as well, and totally in love with it. This guy is super talented, and so I released the NFT in January, and it has been slowly but steadily growing, and I'm very excited about it. And I think the utility that NFTs can give us, even for daily life, is just amazing.
Yeah,
like I think it's the future, but it took me a while to understand it. So I understand when people feel a bit intimidated by the whole topic, but it's really, I'm sure, like our daily life will be based around NFTs one day.
Well, it already is. Because to be honest, I always like to simplify things. For example, what you're talking about right now is basically a membership card.
Exactly.
You're a member of your community. You pay one-time fee. You get all kind of benefits. It's just like a card to the gym.
Exactly. But
or Sky Miles, or like a airplane kind of membership.
Except that it cannot really be faked. So that's
it cannot be copied. That's the nice thing about it's
NFTs.
in the blockchain. So it's there. It's you, and no one else can copy it.
It's verifiable, and everyone can see what happened there. So let's say in the future you sell a car. You have an NFT connected to the car. You see when you brought it in for repairs, for inspection, whatever, and it's all verifiable on the blockchain. And you see, okay, he went to this garage, and he did it in this year and that year. So it's like it's just crazy, the possibilities. And you could even like sell the car with crypto, like via the blockchain. And you sell the NFT, which is the ownership of the car, and you get your crypto. And you even can change it afterwards in fiat currency. So it's just the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, because now your car will be very cheap.
Now yes, for sure.
So if you want to have a cheap membership of the inner circle of Dennis Sheperd, you should do it right now, because it's Ethereum.
Yeah.
So I think that's about. Oh, one last thing I want to talk about is yours, Masterclasses.
Yeah.
Is there something coming up as well in the near future?
Next year I will do a retreat in Bali again, finally. So we waited for that moment 4 years, basically. And of course, ADE again in October in Amsterdam. So that's what we have planned for next year so far. And of course, if you want to get one-on-one tuition, you can always reach out.
And where can people find all these information?
On DennisSheperd.com and Soundcation.net.
Soundcation.net. Well, thank you so much once again for dropping by. If you want to hear the full story that you normally hear on the podcast, make sure just to look it up.
Yeah, exactly.
13 weeks ago. So I don't know which number we are, but at least 13 weeks ago, you can hear everything and more about Dennis Sheperd. Right now, we're just going to celebrate Onwards, Upwards. Beautiful album, Dennis Sheperd. I'm a big fan because I love these progressive sounds.
Oh, nice.
And I was already telling you about, of course, Torture. That one has been in my head for... It's going to be in my head for the next week or so. So
awesome.
Great work. I'll see you in 13 weeks for the new album. No?
Another one? No. I'm taking a rest now.
Okay, good. Dennis Sheperd, thank you so much. See you next time for a new podcast. We're going to have Giuseppe Ottaviani talking about his album New Horizons. See you then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in. To check full episodes of A State of Trance for free, simply visit arminradio.com. A State of Trance returns next week.